is SportsCenter.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2016 Summer Olympic Live Broadcast Show. I'm your host, Zach Agard, alongside with my colleague, Jacob Rocky. Now, Rio, Jacob, what a beautiful place, am I right?
Home run, Zach. Rio. It's like North America, but just in the South.
That indeed. Now onto the biggest news of the day, Dane Johnston. Johnston's looking to become the first athlete to ever participate in all three events this year.
Yes, Zach. Johnston's being deemed the human combo meal, simply because he's got it all. The 5'11", 210-pound junior is one of the youngest athletes in this year's competition, even though he doesn't act like it. But don't sleep on the other athletes, Zach. You could be waking up with nightmares.
Now we're going to send it over to our sideline reporter, Maddie West, who's live with the human combo meal.
Thanks, Zach. And now we're live here with Dane Johnston, America's favorite swimmer. So, Dane, how do you feel right now before the competition?
I feel favored, but, anything can happen. So I'm just trying to give it my all,
That's great. And what do you think helped you prepare for this?
I just want to thank my coaches. A lot of hard work and time, It's just America, It's great to be here and honoring our country.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, Dane.
Thank you.
And we're off! Palmer with a commanding lead early.
But wait, Johnston on the catch-up. And I ain't talking about condiments.
Halfway through, Johnston with a big lead now. And he begins to celebrate.
Sweet pecan pie, Zach. What is that man doing?
Johnston's turning this race into a foot race, I believe.
What? Is this even legal, Zach?
Cheem with heavy lead.
Cheem wins it!
Cheem wins it! Cheem with the victory!
He's done it!
Thanks, Zach. I'm here with the winner of the swimming, Manny Cheem. So, Manny, how did it feel to receive that gold medal?
Good.
And now we're here with Dane after his tough loss in the swimming event. So, Dane, how did it feel? You were heavily favored to win and you just couldn't quite make it.
Well, like I said, anything is possible here at the Olympics, and it sure happened. I just lost energy and didn't get the job done.
Is there anything that you're going to do differently to prepare for the diving event?
Yeah, I'm going to try to work harder. I'm going to work my technique more and, just try to be the best I can be up there on the board.
Are you afraid of any of your other contestants? Do you think maybe they'll give you a run for your money in this event?
Gavin Curry, he's one heck of a diver, really good technique, and I just really don't know if I can beat him, but I'm going to try, so.
Well, we wish you luck, Dane, and America wishes you luck.
And our first competitor of the night is Jet Castle.
Yeah, Zach, I guess you could say he's the king of his own castle. Am I right?
As we see Castle making his way up to the diving board. And what is this? I see a little bit of a whip, but no nay-nay, am I right?
Exactly, Zach. And on his way up a nice little point to the sky. Very classy move. Castle makes his way up the diving board. He looks ready, Zach. He is ready to go.
Castle came into this competition talking mad heat to the other opponents.
No one on the corner has swagger like that.
I'm going to try to fly.
He's trying to fly.
There he goes.
Oh!
He flew about as well as a penguin on that one, Zach.
you see his technique here, he broke there with the left leg and his body shifts to the left. That was awful.
Let's see what the judges give him, Zach.
A 7. And our next competitor of the night, Richard Ivan Palmer III.
Wow, Zach, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, Palmer and Castle, very close friends heading into this competition.
I can only imagine Palmer saying to Castle right now, squad.
So we see Palmer making his way up the diving board.
Zach, are goggles even necessary for a diving event?
Well, here comes the push-ups from Palmer, and look at the technique, perfect form. I think Jeremy Hartman would be very proud of him.
Again, just the push-ups and the goggles, both things unnecessary for diving, but here he goes.
Ooh! Palmer led there with the flying right knee.
Zach, there was no water under that board. He'd be seriously hurt.
As you see, the arms full rotating 360 motion, man. I didn't think that was a great dive.
Wow,
Let's see what the judges have to say here.
Another 7?
Now our next opponent of the night, the heavily favored human combo meal, Dane Johnston.
And he's just gonna win, Zach. I mean, other competitors might as well not show up. I heard rumors he slept on the diving board last night.
You know, Johnston came in questioning if he could win this event. He said Gavin Curry could easily give him a run for his money.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. Michael Phelps couldn't beat him. No one's gonna beat him, man.
You see Johnston here is making his way up to the board, and Jake, I think he's scared.
Is he frightened?
Oh,
Wait.
this doesn't look good at all.
But he's gonna go.
He's jumping. Ooh.
Ooh! The front flipsy, twosie, doozy, onesie.
Johnston went full body rotation. I think the body weight shifted him a little too much over, and
This was
man,
a cannonball competition. He'd surely win.
that splash was ridiculous.
Got me wet.
And here comes the judges. Another 7. This is getting out of hand. Here we go with the last competitor of the evening, Gavin Curry.
You ever had chicken curry, Zach? It's delicious.
And, did Curry just fall?
Water is slippery, Zach.
So Curry coming over here, you know, doing a little bit of stretches. You know, he said Dane Johnson was not going to be any match for him tonight.
And look, he just says, screw the steps. I'm hitting all the evens. Up the board he goes.
We see him approaching the top of the board now. And, oh, I thought he was doing some push-ups. Oh, here he goes with a few dips, maybe? Are these dips?
But he's ready to go for sure, Zach. Getting the arms stretched.
And here he goes. He takes off, and oh my!
A perfect swan dive!
And there you go. You see Curry up there looking like a flying squirrel.
Wow, Zach, and if the judges don't give him all 10s here, you know, I'm never coming out of my mom's basement again.
He perfectly
this deserves
landed.
all 10s.
The
all
feet
10 of
stayed
them.
up, the legs stayed on. That was a pretty perfect dive, I would say.
Let's see what the judges give him here, Zach.
And I'm seeing all 10s on the board, and of course there's another 7.
A 7?
And now I'm here with Gavin Curry, the Olympic gold medalist. So, Gavin, tell us, how did it feel right as you were at the peak of your dive, right before you went into the water?
Well, I knew going in I was gonna beat Dane, so that was pretty easy. Really, it was all about my technique, though.
Interesting. And how did it feel to receive your gold medal for diving?
Well, I mean, it was my first gold medal I've ever got, so it felt pretty good.
Well, congratulations, Gavin. You made America proud. And now we're here with our heavily favored Olympian, Dane Johnson. After your first two losses, Dane Johnston, how do you go upon this competition? Are you going to change anything? Your training? What have you been doing?
I'm gonna change my mindset, you know. Swimming and diving didn't go as well as I expected. That mic's really hairy, get it out of my face. But, you know, these last couple days I've been resting, you know.
And our first match of the day, Dane Johnston, Kaylee Keene.
It's a 1-point match, Zach. So, ping pong.
Dane gets the point there. That'll move him to the championship match. And our second match of the day, Jet Castle and Darren Hindman.
And tuna salad.
And Castle gets the point there. He'll move on to the championship match versus Johnston.
And the championship match, Zach. The winner actually wins the championship in the championship match.
And that'll do it here, folks. Jet Castle grabs the last gold medal of the night. From all of us here at ESPN, we thank you all for watching. Hello and welcome to our very first episode of the new school year of GRIZ BIZ. I'm Zach Agard alongside my colleague,
TJ Allfeld.
As you guys know, it's a brand new year with brand new cast and brand new goals as we are set to please you guys.
City is starring. Here's a football feature on the Grizz game done by Zach Agard.
What do you do to separate yourself from everybody else? What do I do to give myself that advantage, that edge? If everybody's out there just playing and you're exactly like them, you shape like them, you have the same speed they have, everything is the same, what's your advantage? What's your edge? To be one of the greatest athletes, to take your school's program to a level that it may have never been to. I want you to think about your family. I want you to think about your town. I want you to think about your school. I want you to think about yourself. You will not outwork me. I can't help where I was born. I can't help the environment in which I was born in. I can't help that my daddy wasn't in my life, but I'm grown now. What I can do is I can outwork you every single time because you will not wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Let's go 3, 1, 2, 3, play!
next feature of the episode was produced by Carter Weaver over the dance team. Take a look.
I'm Carter Weaver with GRIZ BIZ, and I recently had the opportunity to talk to a member of the FCHS dance team about what it's like to be on the dance team. Here's what she had to say.
My name's Hannah Wallace. I'm on the dance team. I'm a senior. I've been on the dance team since my sophomore year, second semester, and I have been dancing since I was 4 years old.
How many people would you like to have in the club?
At least 15.
Describe what the dance team is all about.
It's all about dance and having fun and getting to know new people
Why should people join?
because you get to do pep rallies, homecoming games, football sidelines, basketball sidelines, and you get to meet a lot of great people.
When and where do you guys meet?
We meet in the dance room and sometimes in the field house.
Is it just for girls or are guys allowed?
Guys are allowed.
Would you be able to teach myself to dance?
Yeah. You want to learn it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Duh. 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 And then again.
The last feature of this episode is filmed by Noah Crenshaw, and it's over the choir program.
I'm Noah Crenshaw with GRIZ BIZ, and I recently had the opportunity to have a conversation with a few students who happen to be members of the FCHS choirs. Here's what they had to say.
I'm Charlotte Kinney. I'm in Sensations and Bella Voce, and I'm 16 years old.
Hi, I'm John. I'm a senior and I'm 17 years old. I'm a part of Heritage Signature and a part of a group that Seth Long and I created called Hex Harmonies.
I'm Carter Weaver. I'm 17 years old and I've been a part of the choir since my sophomore year.
What inspired you to join the choir?
Some of my friends told me the choir was a really good experience, and I thought it'd be a good idea to join.
The inspiration of just like, I think I was just so enthralled with music that I thought singing was just kind of like not an instrument or anything like that. I was really young when I decided I wanted to join choir because the first question my mom asked me was, why don't you join choir? And I was like, no, that's stupid. And it turns out that I joined the choir the next semester and I loved it, and it also changed my life.
Do you have a favorite choir trip?
My favorite choir trip was New York City.
Why?
I like New York City because it was a lot of fun, and how many people get the chance to say that they were able to perform at Carnegie Hall in New York City?
My favorite choir trip is New York City that we went on last year.
Have you ever been on one of the choir field trips?
I have not been a part of any of the choir field trips here, but I am looking forward to tour in Tennessee, and I'm also looking forward to the Ohio tour.
How would you describe the choirs?
The choirs here?
Yeah.
I think I would describe these choirs as very close together. At the other school I was at, everybody hated each other. Why? I don't know. There's a lot of real people here, and I mean that in the most like literal sense possible. There's people that are really good and talented, and they really dedicate their lives to music, and which is something I wanted to do.
They're a lot of fun. I really enjoy them.
The choirs are very friendly, they're fun, and you can't have a bad time at all with them.
Any advice for anyone who'd like to join?
Do it. Whether you think you can sing or not. I thought I sucked when I first started, and I would consider myself one of the best, conceitedly. It's a really fun experience. You get to travel. It's the equivalent of loving a sport, but I mean, you hear of colleges giving money out for being in sports, but colleges more times than not give money out for music or anything like that, versus obviously a sport or even grades. I've always heard that the kids that are in choir tend to do better in school or whatever, which I feel like is true, but doesn't necessarily mean that they're smarter.
If you are in sports, there is no problem. Hummel will work with you to get your schedules figured out.
Don't stress about it. Just show up, have a good time. The auditions are really simple, and pretty easy. Just show up, sing, and yeah.
And that concludes our first episode of GRIZ Biz. We thank you all for watching, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter at FCTV Program.
From GRIZ Biz, it's been TJ Allfeld.
Zach Agard, signing off.